Oh, hi there, I didn't notice you. Yeah, oh, and sorry to ruin your cinematic shot here. Speaking of cinematic, I've got the Machineworks Cinewhoop, a Whoopmaster 4 here, 4-inch frame for a cinematic quadcopter. And in this video, I'm gonna review it. Yeah, short little review. And I'll also do a full review of the finished quadcopter. I'll do a build log of the frame and of installing the electronics. Again, that's why this here review will be short, as I'll review the entire quadcopter in a future video. Disclaimer, I got me this frame for free from Machineworks. And they'll also be paying me for these videos. What? Oh. I just heard they won't be paying me for these videos. But yeah, okay. No, it's an unbiased review. I won't be paid. The links in the description won't be affiliate links, but I was sent this frame for free. Okay, frame review in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
You serious?
So, when you order the Whoopmaster from Machineworks, you will receive it in a sealed plastic bag, as you see it here. Nice Whoopi Goldberg reference. Funny. Yeah, so the Whoopmaster, and this is the frame kit you see here. So this is all the base parts of your frame. However, you will also get bumpers, TPU printed bumpers, and you can actually order these in different colors. I've got the black ones here, and well, just as an example, I've got lime green ones here, but again, you can order a red, a yellow, gray, orange, blue, basically, or purple, anything you'd like. And you will also get 2 TPU printed HD camera mounts. So those are for instance your GoPro cameras, one front and one back mount. So let's see what this bag contains. And there you have it. These are the frame parts for the Whoopmaster 4-inch from Machineworks. And yes, this is quite a number of parts, right? Far more than on a typical 5-inch FPV quadcopter. However, I will guide you through the building of this quadcopter. In fact, I'll do a separate build instructions video, and I'll have a link to that in the top right corner over there. Machineworks themselves also made a build instructions video. However, my build instructions will be based on a slightly newer version of the frame. Also, I'll include some more detail about what screw you need at what step. So again, if you find this to be intimidating, it's not as intimidating as it actually looks. Like this, by the way. It's pretty simple, but again, a good instruction will go a long way. And upper right corner. And in this video, the frame review, I'm gonna jump cut to the finished quadcopter frame. So let's see what it looks like. And today, by the magic of video editing, we now have a finished frame for our Machineworks Whoopmaster 4. So, what am I going to tell you about this frame? First of all, was it easy to build? I will say, well, there are definitely easier frames to build, right? A typical 5-inch freestyle quadcopter frame is far easier than this. However, for instance, these whoops, I thought would be complicated to build. It all fits together perfectly, so that helps a whole lot. In fact, I only had one screw I had, trouble with, and that was, let me see, I think it was this one. So this screw runs through this TPU print and then through to carbon fiber. Well, it just had some trouble getting into that TPU print, so yeah, nothing out of the ordinary really. So other than that, all parts fit together perfectly, there was nothing missing. In fact, I've got some screws left over by now. The screws that I have left over now are mostly for the electronic stack. So yeah, I'm not even sure if I'll use those. I'll do a separate video actually showing you how to install electronics in this quadcopter. So the second question you might have is, why do I have this quadcopter? Well, first of all, Machineworks sent it to me. So disclaimer, they sent it to me for free. Yeah, but they wouldn't have sent it to me if I hadn't asked them to. This here is more or less the reason why I wanted me that 4-inch whoop. This is the Gap RC Cinelog 3.5 or 35, so a 3.5 inch Cine whoop. So very similar purpose at least, and this is a very nice quadcopter. So why don't I simply stick to this one and not upgrade to the 4-inch? Well, the biggest downside of this quadcopter are these whoops. They are plastic and they are, well, I wouldn't call them fragile, but this is not a crashcopter as you see it here. Definitely, again, there's actually an upgraded version of the Cinelog 35 which has slightly improved whoops, but still they are plastic and relatively easily broken. So I am 100% sure that this Whoopmaster from Machineworks is an upgrade in that sense. Carbon fiber whoops with bumpers. This looks a whole lot sturdier. And there's another reason why I wanted me this 4-inch. Efficiency. That Cinelog 35, it actually doesn't fly... Well, it flies very nicely. The flight times are... and it definitely can't carry 2 GoPros, for instance, if you want a backwards facing shot. So if you were to fit 2 GoPros onto a 3.5 inch Cinelog, your flight times would be super duper short. So more efficiency, bigger props, a 4-inch Cinelog basically. So another thing I should mention about this frame is you might wonder, well, after I've built the frame, is it hard to get to the electronics? Or maybe you want to service your quadcopter, right? Want to upgrade something, exchange a flight controller or something. It is actually super duper easy. This is a view from the bottom. Now I haven't installed the bottom plate, obviously, easily taken off, but you can clearly see you have 100% full access to all electronics like this. Exchanger motor, no biggie at all. There's nothing in the way at all. Even soldering into this frame won't be an issue. So that is definitely, and also very much easier than on the Cinelog. That Cinelog is very hard to work on, as you probably know if you have that quadcopter. Now let's see, is this frame now stiff? I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that. There's a little bit of play in the frame, a little bit, but again, I don't have the bottom plate installed yet. That'll definitely stiffen things up. And yeah, and there a little bit of play in those whoops. That's where most of the play is in these whoops. Is that an issue? I can't see it is an issue. There's definitely not that much play that the whoops would touch the propellers, for instance. That is actually an issue with those Gap RC quadcopters. If you run into a wall, for instance, or a tree, those whoops, those propeller protectors can actually hit the propellers. And in this quadcopter, obviously those carbon fiber rings are super duper stiff, at least in that direction. So that is very nice. Now I want to keep this here video short, as I'll do a final review of the finished quadcopter as well, after I've flown it for a couple of weeks. So I want to take this opportunity to ask you if you have questions about this quadcopter. I can then include it in my final review of the Whoopmaster 4. Again, it is an impressive looking frame. And you tell me in the comment section below, does this look complicated, or this is definitely a Machineworks frame, right? I have built quite a lot of Machineworks frames by now, and they always have a tendency to be a little more complicated than the next frame. So yeah. That's almost a little bit funny. But again, it is definitely not a chore to build this quadcopter. Far easier. It all makes sense when you start building the quadcopter. So I want to thank you for watching, and again, if you are left with questions, don't hesitate to put them down below in the comment section. And there'll be the next video in this series will be how to install the electronics in the quadcopter. Might be interesting if you are considering this quadcopter, or just as entertainment, or to see how I install electronics. And in a couple of weeks I'll do a full review of this quadcopter as well. Thanks for watching, bye bye.